What's up, fam? Welcome back to the It's Key channel. It's your girl Key once again, and today I'm doing something different. I am going to be sharing my shrimp and grits recipe with you guys. Okay, so stay tuned, sit back, take notes, whatever you gotta do, because I promise you, y'all gonna love this recipe. So stay tuned. As you can see, I started off by boiling my water. I added salt to it and some butter. And then when it came to a boil, I went on ahead and added my grits to it. And then I reduced the heat all the way down to like very low. I think I put it on a 2 to keep it from burning. And I think I added too much grits because I had to keep adding water to it. But it still turned out pretty good. But right now I'm stirring it, to make sure that the grits are not clumping together. And then next, in a skillet, I cut up some good bacon into pieces, added it to the skillet. Then I let it cook and I let it brown for a little bit. Make sure this bacon is evenly. Okay. And then once it gets brown a little bit and it starts releasing those fats and oils, that is when I add my diced onions. Because you want the onions to cook up in this bacon fat. Okay, so once my onions begin to saute, I went on ahead and add some half and half to my grits. Normally I would do heavy cream, but honey, Kroger's were out of heavy cream, so half and half does the job just as good. So now I'm just making sure I stir all of that goodness together. Get all of that half and half evenly distributed throughout the grits. Then next I added some flour, a roux to make a roux. So I just went on ahead and added this to the same pan that I cooked my bacon and my onions in to get it in that flavor, the good old bacon fat. So once I've done this, next you will see that I added in some half and half. And this will just get it a good creamy texture. And I blended all of that in together. And I'm going to let it just simmer. But before I let it simmer, I went on ahead and seasoned it with some garlic powder, some onion powder. Honey, garlic powder and onion powder are must-haves, honey. It is like salt and pepper. It is like yin and yang. You gotta have the garlic and the onion powder together, honey. You can't have one without the other. Then I added some vegetable bouillons to it. You can add chicken bouillon, but I always keep vegetable on hand. Dropped a little piece in my pan, so I had to go back and scoop it out and get the remaining of the vegetable bouillon on out of there. And then of course I'm gonna stir this baby together. Then I went back and added some more half and half, because this will thicken up really quick. So if you don't want it too thick, just add more half and half. Or if you run out of half and half, just add milk. Milk will do just fine. At this point, honey, I was multitasking while I was stirring this up together. Then I went in and made sure that I continue stirring my grits so that they don't get too clumpy. Then next I added some paprika to it. Oh no, I added parsley. My bad. I added parsley to it. And parsley, it just gives it that, parsley, honey, it's just for decoration. It just makes your dish pop. So I added some parsley. And then I added a little bit of black pepper to it. And stirred all that wonderful, creamy goodness all together. I think at this point, that's when I added the paprika. And honey, paprika is just for color because it ain't got no taste. So it's just for color. And that parsley just for, decoration. Okay, and look at the consistency. You can see that it's beginning to thicken. And that roux is what helps it to thicken, you guys. So that's the whole point of the roux. So next, here, we're going to work on the shrimp. So then I seasoned it with some garlic powder. Then I seasoned it with some Cajun seasoning. Then I season it with some onion powder. Because like I said, honey, onion powder and garlic powder is like salt and pepper, honey. You got to have both of them. Both of them. And then I seasoned it with a little bit of complete seasoning. So let's get all of this goodness coated with the seasonings. Got to make sure it's evenly coated. Okay. Then next I add some butter to my pan and I add the shrimp. And I do cook my shrimp on high because it literally takes 2 minutes for shrimp to cook on each side, really. So I cook my shrimp on high because I want that, the crust and a little char on it. So then I went back and added paprika. Paprika helped with the color, It gives it that nice golden looking color to it, especially when you're cooking it on high and you get that char color. The paprika just give it a nice golden looking color. Okay, next I went back over to my cream sauce. I add some Parmesan cheese into it. Okay, Make sure you do not skip this step because that Parmesan cheese just makes it even better. Then I add the Parmesan cheese to my grits. You don't have to add Parmesan cheese to your grits. You can add whatever cheeses you like. Then I went back and flipped my shrimp over. As you can see, it has that brown nice char on it from cooking it on high heat, and also putting the paprika on it. So at this point, I just went on ahead and turned the stove off so that I don't overcook it. And then I began to plate. And you guys, look how wonderful this sauce turned out. It's not too watery and it's not too thick. It's just the right consistency for me. Then I top this baby with those nice golden shrimp. Had to make this dish look a little pretty, so I had to add my decorations on to it, which is that parsley. Put that little parsley on top of it. There you go. And next, it's time to taste this baby. Period. Poo. Okay, let's taste it. And you already know, your girl did her thing once again, honey. This shrimp and grits recipe is a must try. Y'all got to try this and let me know how it goes. Thanks for chilling with me.